Hello friends, in today's class we are going to talk about a different type of item that is used for creating LR1 collection called LR1 item. Welcome back here, and the next section or the next thing that we are learning is the canonical era LR1 collection. Okay, so like I told you that from LR0 we can go with constructing your LR0 parsing table and SLR1 parsing table, SLR or SLR1 parsing table. But with this canonical LR1 collection, we can go for the next two set, and that is your CLR and LALR. So go to and all remain same. The only thing here, the different will be the LR1 item. Okay, so the first thing that we are learning here in this case is LR1 item. So now LR1 items are there are few rules are there that we need to follow that for constructing LR1 item, and the rule number one is this. So rule one says that if there is a augmented grammar s dash derive dot s, we are putting dot over here, it will be followed by dollar. And it also says that any production, okay, any production start from s dollar will be in the follow set. Okay, so we have to include, there can be other symbols. Okay, now that doesn't mean that only dollar, there can be other symbols, but dollar will always be present, but dollar will be always present. Okay, so that, do not think that only dollar will be present. There can be, but dollar is mandatory one. Okay, so that is your rule one, that any production augmented one, if it is augmented one, and any product start from s, the start symbol, dollar will be in the follow set. Okay, so now we are ready for rule number two. That rule two. What is the rule two? Rule two is very simple. There can be three different situations that may arise. Okay, so now here the one of the situation I'm writing over here, do not get confused with this. A derive alpha dot b beta. Okay, and here I'm writing A, and another production I'm writing here b derive, let's say gamma, and this I have to calculate. See, so now rule says that if there is a production like this, okay, production like this, and dot is in front of b, and I'll add this b derived gamma because of dot is in front of b. So there can be three more or different possibilities for this beta. Okay, different possibilities of this beta, and those different possibilities of the beta are basically nothing but the rules. Okay, so now it can be, the first possibility is that there is no beta, or beta is equal to epsilon. Okay, nothing is there after b. Okay, after b no symbol is present. So in that case, if you are adding this b derived dot gamma because of this, and no b beta is present, let me rewrite this. If it is look like this, a derive alpha dot b, there is no beta and there is a. In that case, I will, if I include because of gamma, because of this closure operation, then what should I write here as a follow symbol? Okay, after nothing is there, I will copy the same symbol. Okay, so after b nothing is there, that is the rule number like we can say that 2, that if nothing is there, we'll copy the same symbol over here. Fine. There can be another situation where we can copy this symbol. I will come to that situation later, but let's first understand the basic rule over here. So now this symbol will be copied. Nothing is there. Okay. Now rule 3. Rule 3 says that followed by a terminal. So now I'm writing here A derive alpha dot B, and I write here beta followed by A, and I am writing here B derive again dot gamma, and here I have to write something. Rule 3 says that if beta is a starts with a terminal, okay, it starts with a terminal. So that is the rule here, rule number 3, that if beta starts with a terminal. Okay, so now in that case, what we'll do here, it will look like this. Suppose alpha dot B, and suppose I'm writing A, and after that you can write anything, B and A, and then C, and then small c, anything you write. But after B there is a symbol, and that is a terminal. And beta derive gamma dot gamma. What should I write here? And there is a follow symbol A. So if it is a term, okay, now there can be confusion. Okay, so let me just change this symbol. Okay, and let me just change this symbol because there can be confusion. So let me write a different symbol over here, and let's call that symbol as, suppose, X. Okay. So now, if it is if beta starts with a terminal, so that terminal is X. And if I add this production, then I will write here X. Okay, so after beta nothing is there, and then I'll just copy A as it is. But here if I got a terminal, then I'll put that terminal in the follow set. So put the terminal in follow set of beta b derived dot gamma. Okay, now rule 4. Okay, rule 4, and that is an simple extension of this rule, that if there is a non-terminal, okay, if there is a non-terminal extension, then that nothing is there, terminal is there, and non-terminal is there. Okay, so A derive, what should I write here? Alpha dot B beta, and suppose the non-terminal is A, and I am adding B derive dot gamma, and I should add here. Okay, now if beta starts with a non-terminal, that is the case we are looking for. If beta if beta starts with a non-terminal. Now, so now what may happen is we have to extend this rule also. Okay, so it may be possible that we need to extend this particular rule. So now beta starts with a non-terminal, and suppose let me just rewrite this example as A derive alpha dot B, and beta, instead of, let me write here C D, and suppose X, and there is a symbol A. And now I'll write here B derived dot gamma, and I have to write a symbol over here. So I must have a knowledge of what B is deriving. So I'm taking the first case as if B derive only C. Okay, so here I have to write this symbol, and in that case if B derive only C, then what should I write here? I will write here as a follow symbol as that. What will come after this B? What is the follow symbol over here? Okay, achha, B derive first. Okay, B derive C, no, sorry, this should be C derive C, not B derive C. It should be C derive C. Okay, so it should be C derive C. C derives C. Okay, so it should be this C derives C derives C. So now here, what I will write here in this case is I will write here first of capital C. That is the symbol I'm going to write over here, and that is equal to small c. So that is the rule that if it is a non-terminal, then calculate the first of that non-terminal. Okay. So the rule says that if B is followed by a non-terminal, then calculate first of that non-terminal and include in follow of B derive dot comma, right? But here when first said, the only problem can be what, that if it is derive epsilon. Okay, so now I'm writing the same situation to explain you that if A derive alpha dot B C D and X, and if I have a production like C derive small c or epsilon, D derive small d or epsilon, and okay, this is a small x, it may be looking like a big X, but that is a small x. So now if it is a, so I have to calculate first of C, so I will add here B derive the extension rule, C derive C, so I will write here C, but now if I replace C by epsilon, in that case it will go to next symbol, that is D. So I will include here D also, but D can be also replaced by epsilon, and hence I'll finally reach to this X. Now if X is not there, then there will be A. In that case I would have included this A also. So the first symbol can be can be multiple time I have to calculate because of it, if it is deriving epsilon, and that things I have to need to care of. So to summarize this, there can be only three possibilities are there, that there can be nothing, then copy it, terminal, include the terminal, two simple rules. The only rule that will cause you problem here in this case is maybe this follow symbol, that if there is a non-terminal. If it is a non-terminal, then it should, we should calculate the first. So if it is only C, I will include only C over here in follow set. But if it is deriving epsilon, then I should go to the next symbol, that is D. I include D. If it is deriving epsilon, I'll go to X. I'll include X. If there is no X, okay, if there is no X, then I will include here A. The general rule for writing this is this. The general rule is this, that if you have this situation, there can be a general rule, and the general rule can be written in this way, that if we are having this A derive alpha dot B beta comma A, and I'm adding B derive dot gamma, my follow set will be first of beta and A, whatever beta starts with. Okay, so it can be nothing, then A terminal, then that terminal, non-terminal, and it can be the extended one because of epsilon, but whatever it will be, it will be first of beta A. So that's all in terms of calculation of the rules, and I hope you're clear with these rules. We have to check once with the problems whether the things are getting clear to you or not. Okay, so that's all for this session. Thank you.